No, go ahead.
Okay, great. So yeah, I was watching this movie and this lady went to the speed dating event. I was like, oh my gosh, that would work so well for speed networking, like, because like the issues I think with networking, right, with sometimes meeting people or sometimes trying to extricate yourself out of a conversation if you're stuck in a conversation. So for over 2 years, I ran an event here in the city, and it was really great, and I really love bringing people together. And so then some life tragedies happened, and I actually had to, since 2016, I had to really take away, I gave up my business, and I took off from doing all of my internet stuff. And then about 6 months ago, I started getting my life back together and trying to get online stuff going. But there's that dance, right? And so a couple of weeks ago, I thought, we'll do speed networking online. So it seemed kind of like the natural progression, and I just thought, I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. And so the way that the format is going to work, I haven't really done a lot of Zooms, and I'm hearing a lot of feedback from people. I mean, this is similar in some ways to a lot of what's out there. I think one thing that's going to really set us apart is the fact that I'm doing it almost every night of the week. So that'll give people some leeway and some flexibility. If you've got other things and you want to come back each week, I'm going to offer a membership. Hopefully within the next few weeks, I'm going to offer it up as a membership. And then you can come any night of the week that you want, right?
Yes.
One night a week per month. So that'd be like four. I'm gonna open it up that people can come to 4 meetings a month, 1 a week. And so then what's gonna happen is you'll come and you'll see some of the same people sometimes, and then there'll be new people all the time as well, which is really gonna be great, because then it allows you to meet new people, but also to build on those relationships that we're meeting here, right? And so going back to my networking background, I think it's really, really important to build on those relationships and to build those relationships, right? So what the whole idea here is with the speed networking is to meet a bunch of people really quickly, but take that further after, right? Afterwards is to build on those relationships, because as we all know, people buy from people that we know, like, and trust. So it's not a pitch fest, it's to come here with open minds, to hear in each other what we do, but with the intention of really using each other's services when we can. And that's what I'm going to be pushing and really emphasizing all the time, is let's use each other's services. Let's refer each other when we can. Let's engage in each other's social media. So as you all know, I asked everybody for your biography, and I'm going to put that together and send it all to you, so you'll have each other's information and reach out to each other and see how you can, help each other. And so what that'll also do is then you can look back on those biographies and remember, who was there, what did they do again, and that kind of thing. So, and then also, if there's any ideas that you guys have to make this great, to make it more useful, because I really, really want to make this, make a difference for people. I want this to really be effective, really, really work for people. So if you have any ideas of things that you'd like to incorporate, my ears are open, and I definitely want to hear any ideas that you guys, because you guys are out there, what works, what doesn't work, right? So, it takes a village, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so that's basically the way it's going to work. So I've got my trusty timer here. So what we're going to do is start with, we'll go around in 2 minutes each, tell us who you are. And what I do is I'll just do this when you got 30 seconds left. Okay, but this is also going to serve to help teach us how to get our message across effectively, right? So at the 2 minute mark, I'm gonna stop, right? so we gotta stop at 2 minutes. And I hate doing that. To be honest with you, I hate having to cut people off. But it's good for us. We have to learn how to be effective in communicating quickly, because as again, you guys know, people have short attention spans. So we have to get really good at getting our message across really fast.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt for 1 second?
Absolutely.
Your email did say 3 minutes. But it's
2 minutes. So 2 minutes for your own personal to tell us about you, and then 3 minutes to tell us about your business. So it's actually 5.
Oh, I see. I got it now.
So we're
I thought it was 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes for everything.
Yep, no, we're gonna go around once for 2 minutes to talk about you. And then once again for 3 minutes to talk about your business. And then after that, we're gonna have a draw for a giveaway. And I'm also gonna give you guys all a free set of wireless Bluetooth earbuds. I'll give you the link of that just for coming, because that's the product that I sell. It's an incentive program, and these are amazing earbuds. Somebody sent me pictures the other day. She received hers and she absolutely loves them. They are premium. $199 is the suggested retail value, and all you have to do is pay the shipping and handling, the shipping and taxes, which is $19.95 for a $200 pair of earbuds. And that's just my thank you for coming here tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. So Stephanie, why don't we start with you? And
she's having problems with her little puppy there.
Oh,
yeah,
dog.
she's such a baby. Well, I'm a pretty simple gal. I am 47. I have 3 adult children. They all have children. I have grandbaby number 5 that's fixing to be 6 months old. Obviously, I have dogs. I have 2 dogs. I am a beauty influencer by trade, and I also babysit my grandkids. And there's not really a lot more. I'm just based on family and trying to establish my own business at this point in my life, where when I couldn't be a stay-at-home mom, I can be a stay-at-home grandma. So those are my goals and what I'm striving for at this point. And that's about it. Pretty simple.
all right, awesome. So we just got somebody else joining us. It looks like he's going to try to come back. 10 minutes late, so. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that. And Jerry, why don't you go ahead next?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, like I said earlier, while you were just coming on board, Carrie, I live in Northeast Ohio, about an hour south of Cleveland. I actually live in a rural area. I'm back where I grew up. Now I've been back in this area for 21 years or so. Let's see, to keep it more on the personal side, I have 2 daughters, ages 18 and 20. They're both going back to college here. Actually, one's just starting college next week, and the other will be going back. They both will be at Cleveland State University, which is kind of weird for me because I went to a small school in a very different area. What else? Personal side. I have a Labrador. Trying to think about that. I will admit to this group, since it's a private group, my marital status is currently in flux, I guess is the nicest way to put it. Other than that, like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to going to Funnel Hacking Live. I don't know if any of you are going to be there. I am totally new to the online marketing world. I've been, well, I'll keep this more personal rather than business. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Are you a Browns fan?
You know what? I'm a Cleveland baseball fan. We're not going to be allowed to call them the Indians anymore. Actually, my father and I share a season ticket package. I don't do the NFL because they took our Browns back in 1995. And I said to myself at that time, if the NFL can take the most loyal fan base in football and betray them, they don't need my support.
Right. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah, and I've remained true to that. I spent 20 years in Central Ohio, the Columbus area, and they're Buckeye crazy. And I've just started watching a little college football. So, but yeah, good question though. Good question, because a lot. I mean, this.
To get the conversation going. Love it.
Yeah. This region, there's a lot of Browns fans here, you know. And I used to be one of them, but not anymore. It's been a long time. But I'm a baseball guy. Baseball is my sport.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Virginia, tell us about you.
Hi, all. I am not a sports fan. Nothing with a ball I watch. So.
Me too.
That's okay.
I am so many things. I'm an onion. I am the youngest of 6 children, the first to go to college. I'm a graduate student of a medical school in the Northeast. And I've been doing that work for most of my life. I am successfully single and intend to stay that way. And I have a goddaughter who is the love of my life. I've raised her since she was a little peanut. I love her to death. Like I said, I'm the youngest of six, three sisters, two brothers. And most of my family still live in the Caribbean. I'm the only person that ventured to the United States. And I've been living here since I was 18 years old. And have managed to bob and weave my way to what I call a successful life. And I started on the network marketing journey in November of last year. So I'm still learning, I'm still relatively new, and I'm excited about the potential for my life going forward.
Awesome.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic.
Love it. Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I mean, wow. You've all got like a minute left and you're
Oh, like I said, there's a whole lot more we could say, but you know.
Yeah, for sure. We'll get there, right? Juman, is that how you pronounce it?
Juman.
Juman? Is it possible for you to put the video on so we can see?
I've been having issues with my Wi-Fi lately.
Pardon?
I've been having issues with my Wi-Fi lately. I'm
Oh,
using my
okay.
office.
Yeah, I can't hear you either. Oh, okay. Well, please take 2 minutes to tell us who you are.
So hello everybody. My name is
Hello.
Juman. I'm originally from Lima, Peru. Yeah, so came over to the United States about 6 years ago. Yeah, I'm the second child of my parents. My mom's still alive, but my dad's dead. Dad was an addict. Well, so I'm a principal engineer. I'm also into cryptocurrency trading and investment. Not really good at the network marketing stuff. Still trying it out, but it's so good so far. Yeah, so it's nice meeting you all. Like, it's really nice meeting you all. And thanks, Carrie.
Nice to meet you too. I wish we could see your face.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming. So just to recap for you a little bit, Juman, what we're going to do is we're taking 2 minutes to introduce ourselves, and then we're going to go around again and have 3 minutes to talk about our business. Then we'll do a draw for a prize, and then we're going to break off. Well, there's only 5 of us, so we don't really have to break off tonight. But in the future, what we'll do is we'll break off. I don't know if I told you guys that. We'll break off into some breakout rooms for the last hour, and that'll be optional if people want to stick around for another half an hour. And we'll break off into little breakout rooms of 3 to have some more intimate conversations with a topic that I choose to give you guys. And then we'll wrap up with that. And then I'll send you guys all out the recording so that you can watch it again and see where you need to improve, and also remind yourself who was there. And then again, you'll also receive the package with everybody's bio so that you can reach out and continue that conversation.
Fantastic.
So a little bit about me then. Stop it. I am a survivor of a lot of trauma over the last few years. Well, really almost a lifetime, the last 20 years, but the last 5 years in specific, since 2016. My husband and I were in a motorcycle crash is what kind of began it. And he got very seriously hurt. I was his caregiver for a year. When he got home, he was so super abusive because of his well, he was already abusive before that, but he had had a stroke in the accident. My mom also got cancer, and I was her caregiver and helped her and watched her die. And the father of my children also had a heart attack, and I watched him die. And
Oh, wow.
And I also lost 10 Bitcoin. And so all of my life savings was taken. And so then after my husband got his settlement, he left. And I was, and I had given up my business and everything to take care of him. So I was left to just try to rebuild and try to get my head back into a space where I could not just cry all the time. So the last 6 months, I've gotten me and my girl, my youngest daughter, I have an 18 and a 23-year-old, and things are going great now. Things are super good. We're in a little apartment that I absolutely love, and I'm a very strong believer in the Lord, and it's just made my faith 10 times stronger. And so now I know that, trials and tribulations, I've always said, they'll make you stronger. It's where you get your testimony, and it's where you grow, right? So I'm just ready now to kick butt and to rebuild my business and take all of that and be able to use it to help other people. So
Good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, Carrie.
thank you. Okay,
So, Carrie, can I ask something or kind of interject something?
sure.
Thank you. You mentioned Bitcoin, and I've recently developed a strategy to increase my number of friends on Facebook, and it's working very, very well. But I get hit up by the crypto people all the time. And honestly, because of their approach, the way they all do things, I won't accept friend requests from anybody involved in crypto now. So
Mm.
because the whole thing seems,
Hey.
it just seems very scammy to me. I'm very afraid of it. And everybody's like, oh, you got to get into crypto. You got to get into crypto. So hearing that you lost 10 Bitcoin, that's very interesting. And I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Yeah. I love Bitcoin. I think it's definitely the money of the future. I mean, I definitely see that it's because there's so many good things about it, with the decentralization, especially with all that's going on with politically and with the banking system and everything. I believe that it's very corrupt. And Bitcoin, that's why Bitcoin was created as an alternative to that, so that nobody can control it. Nobody can, unless you give it to them like I did, right? And so that's the big thing, is that you have to be careful, because if you give it to them, there's no recourse.
So basically yours was essentially stolen from you, for lack of a better term.
Absolutely. I didn't do my own due diligence. I was also very new in the space at the time. I mean, everybody was new in the space at that time, but and so I trusted the opinions of some people that I trusted, and then I gave it to them. And I also really didn't know about diversifying. I mean, I was just so green, and so I didn't know that the way you lessen your risk is you diversify, right? And so I put all my eggs into one basket, and that basket ran away. So. But definitely, I definitely, I'm not in it anymore, because I had to spend what Bitcoin I had left. I had to live off of, because I did have more than 10, and I lived off of it, and I've ended up spending it all. But I would love to start stacking it again. I wholly recommend Bitcoin. I mean, all the money people, anybody who knows anything about money knows nowadays that crypto is the way to go, for sure.
But you have to find a reputable dealer. That's the most important thing, because there are, I agree, Jerry, many scam artists out there, because I lost money to Bitcoin too. But I was one of those diversifiers who only gave just enough until I could see a return. And then the company stole all the money from everyone and ran with it, because it wasn't regulated.
What was it?
It was USI Tech.
Oh yeah.
That the one that you used?
No, but I know of it. That was just their scam kind of folded just as I got in.
Yes.
I was with Cloud Token, which was the wallet, and it ended up being the biggest scam of 2019. They ran away with over $2 billion worth of people.
Crazy. Yes.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing, Jerry, is not ever giving anybody access to your funds, especially like if they're trading and stuff like that, because you don't have to nowadays with today's technology. If you wanted to get into trading crypto, there's high returns, because it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. If you've got a good trader with good technology, whether the bear market, bull market, doesn't matter.
Right.
They're still gonna know how to buy low and sell high. The returns are very good. But with today's technology, you don't have to give a trader your money to do it. You can keep access and custody of your own funds and still be able to trade with the API. So that's the way just to do it.
That's very interesting. And I I consider myself a very tech savvy person again, but it just, I'll be honest, it scares me. I haven't done any research on it, but I accept that it's the way of the future. I have no doubt.
No problem. So Jaman, why don't we start with Duman, Duman, I think that's how you said you pronounce it, because I believe
Mhm.
he's into crypto. So if you could give us your three, well, actually you did, yeah, you did do your 2 minute. So if you can give us your 3 minutes about your business, then Duman, we'll start with you. You've got 3 minutes to tell us about your crypto business.
Hey, so hello everybody. And it was actually very funny hearing Jerry talk about crypto and losing money and him being scared about giving out his crypto and getting involved in crypto. I actually lost about 6 Bitcoin and about 12 Ethereum when I was trying out cryptocurrencies for the first time. It was really crazy, honestly. And, like when Kerry was talking about losing 10 Bitcoin, that was really funny. It happened to me too. It was really crazy. So the key is to find out good projects and get involved with them. It's really easy for you to find people promising you uh, very high returns, turning $10 into about 100. That's not possible if you want to get $100 from $10. You should probably uh, go get a job or something. You know? So it's really interesting. Crypto is the future, like Carrie said. Crypto is the future. Yeah. So what I do is I try a project. I get involved with stuff. I try them out. I really do not get people involved with projects I haven't really tested out. For me, results matter more than anything else. So I try out projects. Then if you're interested, I could show you a few projects I'm involved with. So you could maybe check them out, see how they're going. They're really, really nice. I bet you if you get involved in crypto, you never want to go back because money in the bank is useless. Trust me when I say this. Yeah, so it's really good. Thank you.
Okay. Are you finished then? You've still got 1 minute left if you want, Jimin.
I think I'm good.
Well, I have a question,
You
if
go
I
ahead.
can ask.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, so with the crypto, when you're getting code messaged by someone and they're like, all you gotta do is give us $100 and we'll turn it into 1,200 instantly. That's a scam.
Yeah.
That's a fat ass scam.
Okay.
Run as fast as you can.
Yeah, I'm not giving you anything. So I've deleted so many people in the last week just from code messaging. So
I get messages all the time.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
The first time Carrie messaged me, it was really crazy. I bet I didn't write her back in like a week or something. Yeah, Carrie.
Mhm.
Like I get tons of messages all the time, so it's really crazy. You don't know who's messaging you these days.
Absolutely.
Trust me.
That's part of the
And then-
reason why I wanted to do this, so that we can kind of avoid that dance a little bit, right? But yeah, although I'm not in the space now myself and it does change so quickly, I do try to stay on top of things. So, Jimin, you can talk to him. I do understand crypto a lot. I know quite a lot about it, so I can probably help Yosefia, and it sounds like Virginia does as well. Just do your due diligence is the biggest piece of it. Don't give them your money.
But I'm going to be honest, but I don't know that I would do business with Duman because I don't see his face.
I agree. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I could totally understand that.
Right.
My Wi-Fi's messing up. Sometimes the messages on here gets really messed up. Sometimes I don't hear what you guys are saying and stuff. It's been really messed up lately, and I apologize for that.
Yeah. Okay, Virginia, why don't you tell us about your
Hi, how are you guys again? I am Dr. Virginia Phipps. I'm an internal medicine trained and board certified physician who was functioning in an internal medicine practice within the hospital system. I was a hospitalist. And now I'm transitioning from that work after 18 years into an outpatient setting on a functional medicine platform. Now, functional medicine, I'm sure you guys may have heard of it. It's a root cause medicine, which we go to the biochemical foundation of illness. Historically, I've been practicing conventional medicine, treating patients at the end of one spectrum at the death and dying phase. And now I'm going to be functioning at the upstream of preventing the onset of disease and hopefully preventing you from, yes, thank you. Yes, so I'm actually starting my brick and mortar outpatient hybrid practice with conventional medicine and functional medicine. But functional medicine is my new love, my new passion. And it parallels my training because I'm an osteopath and believe in holistic medicine. Now, as part of my platform for treating from the biochemical foundation, I am partnering with Hummingbird Nutraceuticals to provide high-grade organic supplements and vitamins to help fix the biochemical damage that's been done by us through our food, through our environment, through our bad habits, such as alcohol, tobacco, marijuana, whatever you're using. All these biochemical things need to be fixed in order for you to have a successful and improved quality of life. And on top of that, I'm also an independent consultant with Rodan and Fields, which is the #1 luxury skincare brand in all of North America. Now, this, if you look at my skin, it's glowing. I'm not wearing makeup. This is just me using the products and the products fixing your skin. It works for men. It works for women. If you have if you have dark circles on the eye, puffiness, if you have skin that's sagging and you need to help fix that, if you have redness and irritation, we have something for that. If you have dehydrated skin, if you have irritation such as eczema or psoriasis, some of these products can help work for you. So I'm here to fix you from the inside with the functional medicine aspect of things to help fix your fatigue, your insomnia, your bloating, your gas, your constipation, your diarrhea, your IBS. I'm here to fix that as well as fix your outside so you can put your best face forward while you're improving your quality of life.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Do you have
Great
something? Do you have
presentation,
something on
girlfriend.
weight loss to
Woo!
do?
That was awesome. I got bags. That's fine. Have to cover up my bags. Literally, it's not awful.
Yeah.
We'll
Do
chat.
you,
How much
do you
time
have
did I'm just curious. Did I make it to 3 minutes or was I kind of fast?
Half.
2.5. Okay, that's good.
That was excellent. That was so great. You obviously practiced. That was professional.
I rehearsed just a little bit to get my thoughts together because it could have been a little bit disjointed, you know, but since it's all along the health and wellness spectrum, they all kind of go together.
do you have
Great.
do you have stuff?
Awesome.
Do you
All
have
right.
stuff? Hello. Do
Pardon?
you have
Yes.
stuff to help? Do you have stuff that help with weight loss?
Well, I can help you with weight loss because I'm going to share this with you. I did the elimination diet, the comprehensive elimination diet. And in 28 days, I lost 2.5 inches from my waist and 2 inches from my hips and 10 pounds.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And it's just with modifying diet, watching your food, watching your intake, making sure that you're not hungry. Because the most important thing with failed diets is that people don't eat enough. They go on this starvation kick. And when the body's not getting enough nutrients, it grabs whatever it gets and holds on to it so you don't lose weight. The goal here is to stimulate your metabolism so that you're actually burning, so you're constantly eating and you're eating enough. This is not a starvation diet. It's an elimination diet to eliminate things like processed foods, nitrates, gluten, too much dairy, because all these things are impacting your the biochemical aspect of your health. Well, he asked the question.
Thank you very much for clarifying. So I actually joined this program and we're doing intermittent fasting and stuff. And they walk I think walks every day. I actually try to hit the gym, but it's basically the fasting. You think I should stop with it or I should just keep going?
So what we're going to do is after everybody's had a chance to present, then we'll just open it for discussion.
Okay.
Right? So Jerry, please tell us about your business, my friend.
Okay, sure. My background is I have a degree in journalism, And I've been doing advertising, publishing, marketing, and related genres for 37 years. I've been out on my own for most of the last 17 years. And my specialty has kind of morphed into creating and launching publications, specifically magazines. I've published a couple travel tourism books, self-published actually. And I've launched 5 different magazines, 4 of which have done well. I currently own 1 magazine and am in partnership in another. What I'm doing now, what I'm working on now was in 2019, I launched a magazine here in my hometown area, kind of a lifestyle / city magazine. And I used the same model that I've used all along. And our readership loved it, but I couldn't get anybody to advertise. I also made a couple of really bad hires. People talk about young people not wanting to work, and unfortunately, most of them don't. And by the time I made what I thought was a good hire, it was kind of a sinking ship. And my last salesman emailed me like Monday morning saying he wasn't ever coming back.
Oh,
Yeah. So prior to that, I had enjoyed the greatest success of my career. I had no debt, money in the bank. We were taking very expensive vacations. And I went from that to close to 6 figures in debt within the span of about a year. I should have pulled the plug much sooner than I did. But what that led me to in late 2019 was I took a big step back and I said, okay, Jerry, it's time to reinvent. And as I put in my bio information, I believe that was when I saw a presentation by this guy named Russell Brunson. So even though I was there when Netscape 1.0 launched, and actually have done some HTML coding and all that, I knew nothing, really nothing about marketing online, and it was very daunting. And I didn't know that there were these platforms out there that would allow the average person to become kind of their own turnkey marketer. So that's what I'm working on now. I'm taking content that I have already written and had stuffed in computers. I got a lot of stuff written that's never been published. I am trying to take stuff that I've written and turn it into online courses. Yeah, high ticket courses.
Great.
That's incredible.
that's amazing. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what kind of stuff?
If you read about courses and launching courses, high ticket offers are really where it's at. And if I could, I'll answer your question a little further if you don't mind. Last year, for about 8 months, I had the chance to be chief copywriter for a man named Joel Irway, who is a true 7-figure marketer. So I got a really inside look at how one of those operations runs, and it was incredible. It was totally incredible.
Okay,
so.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Stephanie.
Hi guys. I work for pharmacy. I am a beauty influencer. So basically what I'm doing is on the internet all day long, just showing off the different things that we have, how our products work. We have everything from makeup to skincare to a men's line to lashes and home cleaning products. I mean, we have just about everything. I also am pretty new to network marketing. I just started last August, actually, not even a year yet, in a couple of weeks. So I've basically been on TikTok and Instagram following Fraser Brooks. I have learned so much from him and trying to learn how to promote my business. And it probably took me like 8 months to find my brand. So once I got my branding taken care of, I'm starting to branch out in my business, and it's been amazing so far. My skin used to be really dry and flaky, and the skincare that I use moisturizes. And I also use a age reverses line, so it's helping with the fine lines as I'm reaching to 50, which I hate admitting, but and the makeup that we use is based off European standards. So there are 1,300 chemicals that are banned in Europe because they are toxic to your face, your skin, your blood, everything. And in America, I think there's only like 11 toxic chemicals that they ban in makeup. So it's really opened my eyes up to, I would just buy whatever was the cheapest on the market at the time because I never had money for good makeup. And now I make sure that I take the time to look at what I'm getting and make sure I'm putting the very best stuff on my face, especially now that I'm aging. But with pharmacy, I never have to worry about that. So I'm just trying to get my brand out there. There's always something new coming up, always something being upgraded or remade, I guess. I don't really know what the term for that is, but they'll recall it and then they'll remake it and then put it back out differently. So it's just always a changing world, and it is just an amazing. I've changed so much just in the last year, and not only do I feel better, but I look better, and looking better makes you feel better from the inside out. Also, recently we have started launching a wellness line. And right now, the only two products we have are two instant coffee products. One is a chicory coffee, which has a lot of good things for your body, like detoxing and things like that. A lot of people get the misconception that it's a weight loss coffee, but it's not. It just helps reduce the toxins in your body that some other coffees have with less caffeine and things like that. So, you might lose a few pounds, you might not, but it is essentially better for you. And the other one we just got in was a grain coffee. So those are some things that we're trying to come out with. I'm not sure what all the Nutrilon is going to be in the future, but pharmacy was established 70 years ago in Turkey. We just came to the United States a little over 2 years ago. And next month in September, they're opening their corporate offices in Mexico and Canada. So it's a ground floor business. It's moving out quick, and I'm very excited to be there.
Thank you. Thank you. What's the name of the company?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Okay. I could say that, but I wasn't sure if that was the actual name. Okay, great.
Pharmacy.
All right. So about my business then is, I'm thinking I'm going to call it Picks and Shovels Marketing Tools, or P&S Marketing Tools, because really that's what I've been promoting, are the different picks and shovels rather than being in a network marketing company. So the main one that I'm so passionate about and I absolutely love is the incentive platform I mentioned earlier. So it's $100 one time. It's not a monthly thing. And you can give away everything from amazing vacation packages and cruises to electronics like a smartwatch, a touch MP4 player, 7-inch tablets. You can give away Bluetooth speakers or Bluetooth earbuds. We've got a pharmaceutical discount card membership that'll give you up to 75% off your pharmaceutical in thousands of locations across America. My favorite is a $500 dining discount card, and how that works is you get $25 off your bill once a month for 20 months at thousands of locations across America. And so these are great incentives to give people when you want to give them to a webinar, if you want to hold contests on your social media to increase your engagement, if you want to give your team members great prizes to recognize when they reach landmarks. I mean, the possibilities in using these prizes are just endless. It's just limited by the imagination. So I'm so passionate. It's kind of like attraction marketing, but it's more incentive marketing. You're not really giving away digital products. You're actually giving away great prizes, tangible prizes that they can get, that they can touch. And I've got a couple other tools as well. I've got an SMS platform where if you're building a list, you don't want to just build your mailing list anymore, your email list, you want to get those phone numbers and be able to text people because everybody checks their text messages. And then of course my real baby now is
Oh God.
and that's my real baby now is going to be this group. And that's where all my focus is going to be. I plan on having 12 people, up to 12 people a day, from Sunday to Thursday, and different people, like I said earlier. And some of the things, I'm building a meetup website. So anybody who actually becomes a member is going to get their own page ad on the meetup website. You'll get, for every member, for every meeting that you come to, I'll send out that bio package. So everybody will get your bio. That takes me a long time to do that, but I think it's going to be very, very effective. And again, just encouraging people to reach out to each other, to actually support each other. There will be a 5-minute, that's what we're going to draw for in just a minute. It's a 5-minute spotlight. So whoever wins that at each meeting will be members only. Will be able to do a 5-minute presentation with a screen share and all that stuff. And then anything else that I can think of to make this the most amazing online platform, that's what I'm going to do. And the goal is actually to have 2 meetings a day. If I can reach that, 2 meetings a day, 12 people a day. I mean, the possibilities to meet so many people. And I think I can do that. The response that I'm getting, I think that's definitely feasible. So
good for you.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing, Carrie. That's amazing.
So I'm going to be asking $150 for a year's membership. That'll get you to 1 meeting a week. But next week, when I actually reach the point when I'm getting 8 people, and I can see that this is actually going to fly. When I'm seeing 8 people at a meeting, that's when I'm going to put this up, the memberships up for sale. So you're welcome to come back another time before that and check it out. And then I will be offering it on sale for $99. And then that would be for like a limited time to anybody that wants to jump on board. So hopefully you guys will support this, because I think that it's going to be so awesome.
No, it sounds excellent. Sounds excellent.
Would you accept crypto payments?
Pardon me?
Would you accept cryptocurrency payments?
Absolutely. Yes, we
I like that.
definitely.
I like that.
I got my wallet right now.
There you go.
That's good.
Like that. Yeah.
What I've already done my little draw.
Oh.
Okay, and Virginia, you have won that 500
Oh,
discount.
thank you.
I'm wrong, actually. Sorry, I said that I was going to do the 5-minute spotlight. So you know what? I'm going to give you your choice. You can have a $500 dining discount card, or you can have a 5-minute spotlight, which would be added to your 3 minutes. So you'd actually get 8 minutes at your next meeting to do a screen share and everything on your business. So you can let me know which one you want. But congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I feel like such a winner.
You are a winner. You are a winner.
Thank
So
you.
now I'm going to open it up for the next, I don't know, however long you guys want. If we want to stick around for another little while, we can. I typically am going to go to about 9:30. And just open it up for some open conversation. But I think one topic that I really think is important that we can maybe touch on a little bit is, what are some of the challenges that you've faced or are facing, and how you've overcome them? Not necessarily business, it can be business, but just some of the real life challenges that you've faced, and how you've overcome them. And we'll just open this up. I'm not going to time everybody. The only thing that I do ask is if everybody can keep in mind to not dominate the conversation. So if we can try to keep our talking to 2 or 3 minutes, and then let somebody else chime in.
Oh,
2 or 3 minutes. That could go all night. How about everybody gets 1 minute?
Okay, even better. Yeah, you're right.
Well, one thing I've noticed. Oh, go ahead, Jerry.
No. Please go ahead.
Ladies first.
You muted yourself, Stephanie. We can't hear you.
Can't hear you, hon. Can't hear you.
Well, after a minute, we'll hear anyway. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
My internet connection went out.
There you go.
Okay. My issue is recruiting. Like, I cannot get people on my team for anything. And so, I just have to go out there and bust my bottom every day trying to, let people realize that this is not a pyramid scheme, because that's what they're thinking. So that's one of the issues that I have, and I struggle with that every single day. Like, I'm always watching videos from like Jesse Lee and Eric Worre and people like that, trying to amp up my recruiting game, but it's bad.
Now, how are you approaching people? And are these cold calls, or are these your warm? This is your warm market.
Right. Establish, go out and meet new people, comment on people's stories, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, follow people. You establish the liking each other's posts, and then you'll eventually, you'll start commenting and they'll start commenting back, just building the relationships. But, with all this pandemic stuff, so many people don't work, and they're like, oh, it's only $20, but why is it so cheap? I don't have $20 to waste. And I feel that, so I don't press it. A lot of people press it, but I just don't.
But you see, that's the problem there, because you have to instill your belief in them for your product or your business. So if you were saying, oh, well, okay, you're not interested, I'm just going to walk away, then they're assuming that, oh, well, maybe it wasn't even worth the $20 in the first place. So she's not even interested in trying to sell it to me. You know what I mean? So I think you need to I'm not saying to be overly aggressive or obnoxious in any way, but like Grant says, you guys know who I'm talking about, 10X everything, right? You still have to push, because some people automatically have that barrier up, but if you talk to them for a few minutes, that barrier starts coming down. Right? Because you need to instill your belief in your product, your belief in your business to them.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
And then the other thing that you also, I don't know if you've implemented this, but yes, the pandemic is there and we can't a lot of times meet face to face. But one of the ways that I get around that is by hosting Zoom events, just like this. You have a friend, you say, hey, can you invite 5 of your friends to this meeting, and let's just have coffee and conversation, or whatever. You said that you have skincare, you can have a spa and salsa or whatever, chips and salsa and spa night, something, exciting like that, where everybody can meet and do something together as a group. And then you can start talking about your product or your business. And, of course, they kind of have to listen to you because they're at the Zoom meeting, you know what I mean? So.
Right. Well, thank you for that suggestion, Virginia.
You're welcome.
Sounds like you've got this figured out, Virginia.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm learning. Like I tell you, I've just been doing this since November of last year. And I've trained with Jesse Lee. I've trained with Grant Cardone. I've trained with Fraser Brooks. I've done training with Dean Graziosi. I've looked at all the big names, the Lisa Nichols of the world, the Stormy, all these people who are out there doing network marketing. And I've picked up a lot of information, and it's all trial and error. And I find that having Zoom meetings for me, when you ask somebody to host for you, to be that person, okay, can you host a party and invite 5 of your friends? And 5 for me is a magic number. Of course, if they want to bring more, that's fine. But I want 5 people there to hear the story. And then you have to spin the story. It's all about stories. You have to give them information that is make them think like, oh my God, I can do this.
Right.
So if Jerry, do you have anything that have you ever been in the industry? Do you have any experience with it at all, or any input you can offer me?
Not for a long time. I will say this, that what I may not have said in my story about my business is, and I was just talking to my dad about this tonight, I've done a lot of sales work. Lots and lots and lots of sales work. It's not my favorite activity, but what I would say is this, is you have to believe in your product, and that has to show. I've had jobs along the way where it's like, you know what, if you don't want to get out of bed, don't, because you obviously don't believe in your product.
Right.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I was going to mention, a year or so ago, I got exposed to some information by a very successful woman, Danielle Leslie. I don't know if anybody's heard of her. Check her out. And if you Google it, check out Danielle Leslie Instagram growth strategy. I watched her presentation on that. And she goes step by step through how to grow your Instagram following. I will freely admit, I don't know what her course cost, because the person that I was working with at the time had bought every course under the sun. And as part of what I was doing for him, I got to see what other experts in the field are doing.
Right.
But she was very genuine, and she's become very, very successful in a short time. But anyhow, yeah, Danielle Leslie's Instagram strategy.
Thank you.
I have something as well that may be really helpful for you, and it's actually it's a software that I was promoting. I stopped promoting it, honestly, only because I don't like the owner. I should probably say that, but that's honestly true. And it's called Freedom Finders, and it's a software that is built for the internet or for the network marketer, and it is actually really awesome platform, and they offer a 7-day free trial. So if you like, I can share that with you and show you how it works. What it is it begins with a landing page as part of the software that's built, and it's got the built-in incentives. They offer 3 different incentives. So I think it's a 3-night stay in Vegas, a 7-night stay in Cancun, or 5-night stay in Riviera Maya, and then there's a $300 hotel savings card. And so when somebody comes to, and they show you exactly how to put a great video page together with the survey and everything, and then you can buy from the company clicks to that, so it goes into their rotation. But they're a marketing agency with experience marketing to people who are actually looking for a business opportunity. So for people who are on Google, on Yahoo, wherever, looking for, or Facebook and stuff, looking for a business opportunity, the ad would come up, your page would come up with you saying, are you online right now looking for a great way to make money?
No, that's awesome.
That kind of. So they're online looking, and then you get notified that somebody just filled out your survey. So they're looking right now, and then you call them up, and you were on my page, kind of thing. And there's a ton of training in the back office for people on how to use the system. And he takes you through a whole 5-step, basically, what does he call it? It's not a funnel, but it's basically the whole system that you need to get the lead, to bring that lead to some kind of a presentation, and then taking them through that whole step, right? And then teaching them how to do it and duplicating it. And people are getting really good success with it.
That's awesome.
Then it's so hard to get from initial contact to, I guess it's pre-prospect, and then prospect, and then get the prospect interested in becoming a client, and then maybe get that client to become a partner. It's so hard.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends on who your leads are too, though, right? I think that we can really burn ourselves out sometimes if we're chasing people who are already in a business opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that dance, right? And so if they're trying to recruit you and you're trying to recruit them, and
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But if you're finding people who are asking you to call them, because that's what they're asking you, they're filling out the thing, knowing and expecting that you're going to be calling them. And so then you call them, you're looking for an opportunity. They're online right now looking for a job.
Right.
Awesome.
And then the system again shows you how to take them from there to bring them to the event, right? And then how to follow up with them on the event to get them to actually signing up, and then getting their first person. So it gets them, the training brings you through that whole system. But I think it really does start with getting the right leads.
Right. That's awesome. Thank you. Yes, definitely.
Can I share a couple thoughts?
Of course.
Absolutely not, Jerry. I'm kidding.
All right. Again, I'm going to default back to the experience that I had last year with this gentleman. He has a thing he calls a power offer, and essentially what that is you have to distill what it is you're offering into like 10 to 20 words. Like, hey, if I could show you how to remove the ugly black bags from under your eyes, would you give me 10 minutes of your time? Okay.
Oh, great.
So yeah, and again, you can Google that. Joel, Joel Erway, Erway. He's very successful. He's very young, and that's his claim to fame, was the power offer and then mini webinars. The other thing, okay, here's the thing. Here's what people buy. People buy transformation. Okay, they don't buy courses. They don't buy books. They don't buy tapes. They don't buy makeup. They buy transformation. You have to sell the promise. What's it going to do for me? Plain and
So
simple.
you can't walk up to somebody and say, hey, if you give me 5 minutes, I'm going to help you take those black lines from under your eyes.
No, you're right. You can't.
I get knocked out here.
You
Trust me.
could, but you might not. But no, it's what it boils down to is it's a method of pre-qualifying. And again,
Right.
I'm coming at this from the perspective of being in a world and trying to get into a world where people are selling products that cost $1,000 or more. I mean,
Yeah.
like 1,000, 5,000, 50,000. So the idea is to get them hooked. And
Right.
can I ask a question? Have any of you done the One Funnel Away Challenge, or any of you ClickFunnels people?
No,
Mm-mm.
no, but please elaborate.
Great. Well, I mentioned Russell Brunson, and I don't mean to be a fanboy, but prior to being exposed to the company ClickFunnels, I really truly did not know how I could get my stuff out online, because if you try it by yourself, there are so many pieces. You've got shopping carts, you've got landing pages, you got this, the other. And what I learned at ClickFunnels, and there are other platforms out there like Kajabi, and there's another one that's very, very popular, but these things offer basically a turnkey all-in-one solution. And the reason I asked about the One Funnel Away Challenge, and full disclosure, I am an affiliate, I can promote it. It's $99. It lasts 30 days. And I mean, some of us are college graduates here. I have taken college classes that don't begin to touch what I learned in this course. They cost
Right.
$99.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And if you get into that world a little bit, I think people would validate what I'm saying, that the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away Challenge, 30 days, the learning there, I don't care what you want to market or how you want to market, it's marketing 101 right on up. It's an incredible thing for $100.
Right. Yeah,
Now,
I
does
took a
it start?
marketing class in college, and it did not anywhere prepare me for this business.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
One day, does the marketing challenge, the funnel challenge, is it something that you start at any point, or does it start in a certain day?
They run it.
Give you that?
I'm going to say there's a new class about every 2 weeks or so,
Okay.
and then they've come up with a unique way
Wow.
to evergreen it so that you always have access to what you've learned.
Yeah.
I will admit that I have focus issues. That's part my blessing and my curse of being a creative, is that, we're like here, we're like here, we're like here.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just, it's part of who I am. So I've actually taken it 3 times, and I've learned so much from it. But I can't say enough about it. But to answer your question, you go through the challenge. It starts about every 2 weeks, and then they evergreen your content so that you always have access to it.
Okay, so it is a live event then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and they just redid it. Russell Brunson actually teaches most of it. He brings in some live experts. Prior to that, a gentleman named Stephen Larson was the main teacher, and he's incredible as well. He's kind of spun off on his own. But yeah, I wasn't curious if anybody had heard of either ClickFunnels or the One Funnel Away Challenge.
Well, I've heard of ClickFunnels. I just don't use them, and I haven't heard of the challenge. No, I'm actually not even using any kind of funnel right now, or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and I do know it's important. So
it was
Yeah.
learning about that concept that was my aha moment. I was like, oh wow, I had been on funnels and bought things, but I didn't know I was on a funnel, right?
Right. Were you going to say something, Virginia?
I'm just gonna say I have to run.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
but
we're gonna end it pretty shortly anyway. So
okay.
well, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for me. It's such a pleasure to meet all of you, and thanks
Very
for
nice
all
to meet you as well.
the
Virginia.
learning
Thank you
that I got
for-
from all
thank
of
you
you.
for your
I appreciate
suggestions.
you all. All right.
Please reach out,
Good night.
Heather. Please reach out to us. I'm going to be sending you that package. I'm going to upload this onto Facebook or onto YouTube, so I'll let you know if you want to come back and look at it again.
I have to come back for my 8 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, no, you can watch this video, but yes, you definitely have to come back again.
Now we know what price she's going to choose.
Right? All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Virginia.
Bye, Virginia.
Thanks for coming, hon. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to actually wrap this up unless you guys have anything else that you'd like to add.
No,
No.
if you guys want to like stay connected, look me up on Instagram or Facebook or, LinkedIn, and
Did you put all that in your bio?
not really friends, so
Did you put it in your bio did you fill out the bio thing? And do you know
I
what I'm
can't
talking about?
remember. I didn't do it today, but I've done it twice. I don't know if you have it or not. So
Sure I do. I'm sure I do, Steph, and I'll send that out to everybody tonight. Jerry, definitely you and I will talk again as well, because the whole, obviously I'm looking for ways that I can monetize this group as well.
Yeah.
So the big ticket item sounds like something that, when I have the money to do, I think it's something that I've been thinking that I want to be able to offer out there as well. So
Awesome.
so we shall
nice
chat.
to meet you, Jerry, and nice to meet you face to face, Carrie.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
You guys let me know if you want to come back next week, the day you want.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
Take
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, you
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.
Bye.